All right, guys, here is maybe the best book if you want to learn how to think like a millionaire. This book, I'm gonna hold off to tell you what the book is for just a second. Bear with me. I'm not doing that to bury the lead. It's just that I want to set the frame, because one of the things that separates millionaires, I'm not just talking about like financially, but being a millionaire. We're using the idea of a millionaire as a concept to aspire to, somebody who's successful. Now, that's not to say like money is the best way to frame success. Obviously, it's a very, I would say, Western American type of way of thinking about life. And it's one of the problems that society has, is that we look at wealth and say like, that's what success means. But if you want to be a millionaire in all areas of life, that's why I call whole life billionaire. It's not just about money. It's about your mindset. It's about your health. It's about your relationships. It's about so much more than that. So when I say millionaire, I'm not just talking about how to go out there and make $1 million, though this book will help you do that. So with that said, the book is called Reframe Your Brain: The User Interface for Happiness and Success. This is by Scott Adams. Scott Adams wrote it still does actually, the cartoon Dilbert. He wrote another really great book, which was How to Fail at Practically Everything and Still Win Big. He also wrote a book about Donald Trump called Win Bigly or something like that. Anyway, Scott Adams, this book, Reframe Your Brain, has a powerful concept. I'm not going to go deep into the book itself. I want to actually talk about the concept around the book, which is about reframing your brain. This is the singular concept that separates successful people from wildly unsuccessful people. It's the ability to realize you have the ability to frame whatever's happening in your life however you want to. That it can either be something happening for you or something happening to you. That is a magical ability. And I'm going to give you 3 reframes that you can use to help you change what your perception is of things that are happening around you. But one of the through lines that I've seen again and again and again, being around really successful people, is that they have this belief everything in life is happening for them, and that there is nothing good or bad, but thinking makes it so. I think that was a William Shakespeare line. Nothing in life is good or bad, but thinking makes it so. The simple acknowledgement that right now, for instance, I'm going through a really hard time in one of my businesses. It's collapsed. It's going through a bankruptcy, right? Terrible. Most people would look at that and say, that's terrible. That's bad, right? But is it bad? I don't know. It could be a good thing because I'm learning lessons. I'm learning things that are going to help me in the future. So fast forward 10, 15 years from now, I might be able to look back on this experience and say, that is the reason I am where I am now, right? If I hit $1 billion in 10 years, it will be off the back of lessons learned here, right? This could also be a good thing because maybe it was, I needed to be humbled. Maybe I needed to learn something. Maybe I needed to have the universe hold up a mirror to me and say, here's where you are deficient. And there was no way to hold up that mirror if things were going good. So good or bad, I don't know. It's up to you. You get to decide. So in that simple idea is potentially the most powerful concept in the world, which is that you get to decide what this life means. And all the things that are happening to you, you get to decide what they mean. So here are 3 of my favorite reframes that I use every single day. First one is the reframe from I have to do this to I get to do this. I don't have to go to the gym. I don't have to wake up early. I get to go to the gym. I get to wake up early. I get to eat healthy, nutritious food. I get to do the work. You don't have to. Listen, I rolled my ankle a couple of weeks ago and it reminded me, I was playing tennis. I rolled my ankle and it reminded me of something that Seneca said, which is that the healthy man wants 1,000 things. The sick man wants just one. That workout that you're dreading, the run that you're doing that you don't want to do in the early morning, going and lifting the weights, the thing that you don't want to do, you're like, I don't really feel like doing this today. There will come a time and a place and a day in your life when you would give everything to be that person again who could have the choice to do that activity. You will someday be 85 years old, sitting decrepit in your lazy boy chair. You will look at your great grandson and you will think, God damn, I wish I could go run through a field. I wish I could go play catch with him. I wish I could do stuff with my body, and I can't, right? You get to do stuff right now. Your body, your mind, you're watching this, you're healthy, you're fit. You get to do it. You don't have to do it. Right there is like such a powerful, gratitude-filled reframe for all the things. And that could be, I get to go through this bankruptcy right now. I get to learn that lesson. I get to fight these battles that most people never get the opportunity to. I get to fight bigger dragons. That is because I am the type of hero who can fight those dragons. So you don't have to do shit. You get to do everything. You lucky son of a bitch. Number 2, the universe is happening through me, not to me. The universe is happening through me, not to me. I am a conduit. I am a vehicle that the universe uses for its own self-improvement. I love that idea. I love the idea, whether you're religious, you believe in a God, whatever. Like, I don't care the frame that you use here. I love the idea that there is something bigger in life, into the universe, and that you are a tool that the universe is using for its own programmed self-improvement. That's cool. And what that means is that all the things that you're going through right now, that the challenges, again, we can use the bankruptcy. I can use that as a frame. I can say the universe is putting this in front of me right now to see how I handle it, to see how I can learn, to see how I can improve. And in learning and improving myself, I am helping the universe improve itself. Now, if everybody could do that, if everybody could just focus on themselves and say, how do I become a better version of myself? I think that's really, at the end of the day, one of the most noble things that we can do in this life. If you want to try and find what's the big M meaning to this thing called life? Why are we here? What's the purpose of it all? It's to become the best version of yourself possible. Because in becoming your best version of yourself, the universe ever so slightly moves forward towards its best self. That's an amazing concept. So the universe is not happening to me. It's happening through me. Gives me chills. Okay, number 3. This is not an obstacle. It is an opportunity. This is not an obstacle. This is an opportunity. I love that frame because everything that happens to you, then you get to look at it through the lens of how can I make this a good thing? The thing that maybe I don't want to have. I didn't want to roll my ankle. I did not want to roll my ankle. I wanted to keep playing tennis and I couldn't do it for a week and that annoyed me. How can I turn that into an opportunity? Well, the opportunity in that week was for me to be even more grateful and to wake up every day and be like, you know what? I am pretty glad that my arms work, that I can go and lift, that I can shoot basketball. I'm psyched that all the other parts of my body that aren't in pain right now, I'm pretty psyched about that. And all it cost me was one body part not functioning. So obstacle, opportunity. Reframe the things that are happening in your life. You have the power. You are the author of your story. You are the author of your universe. It can be whatever you want it to be. Just keep pinned to the forefront of your mind Shakespeare's words. Nothing is good or bad, but thinking makes it so. If you focus and tell yourself that the things that are happening to you in life are bad and terrible and you wish it was another way, I'm sorry. That sucks. I choose to believe that all those things that you take as negative and bad, I take those to be good things that are happening through you, for your own improvement, things that are helping you become the person that you have asked the universe that you would like to be. I like to think that the obstacles that you face right now, these opportunities are preparing you to be the type of person who can receive the life, the dreams, the gifts that you are requesting of the universe. And right now, you're not in a position to handle that. And that's why I'm going through the difficulties I'm going through, because I am not ready to yet receive the things that I have requested of the universe. And the universe says, well, let's see how bad you want it. I'm going to test you. And through that test, through that crucible, you will either break or you will strengthen. And if you strengthen, you will be capable of receiving the things that you've requested. If you break, then you never wanted it anyway. So it's your choice. Go get this book, Reframe Your Brain. This is filled with hundreds of little mental reframes that you can use to implement into your life. Take these 3 reframes that I've given you here today. Go implement them every single day and make of this life whatever you want, because at the end of the day, it's up to you.